Hello guys, welcome back to the True Aussie Gamer channel. I know it's been a while, but I've still been planning stuff, as you can see. So I bet you're all wondering, why the fuck are you playing F1 2019? F1 2021 is out, play that game. Well, the reason being is this series that I'm about to do, the Daniel Ricciardo Career Mode series. It honestly sounds pretty stupid when you say it out loud, like why don't you just do a regular career mode?
In F1
But
2019, you'll be invited to start your career
look,
by selecting a Formula 2
I
team.
figured this was
Driving for this
something
team, you'll
unique,
experience
something
key moments
people
of a
hadn't
Formula
yet
2 season,
seen,
a thrill-packed
and
racing
I thought I'd
strategy
make
in its
a
own right,
series
and a
out of it.
springboard to
Now,
Formula
the
1.
reason that I'm in
At the
F1
end of this
2019
series,
is
your choice of
because
driver academy
in
and your
from
performance in
F1
F2 will determine the
2020,
terms of the
you
contracts
can't
offered by
get the
the teams
Toro
as
Rosso
you
team.
embark upon your career
They
in Formula 1 and
rebranded as
begin to write your own
AlphaTauri.
chapter of motorsport
So,
history.
and Daniel started at Toro Rosso. So we'll start at F1 2019. And this series will not go up to F1 2021. Reason being is that in F1 2021 you have Alpine instead of Renault. Just ignore me looking at the F2 teams right now because I'm gonna skip the feeder series. So yeah, as you just saw. So now the teams are all set. I don't pick a team that I want to drive for. It's going to be 5 seasons long. I might shorten the season up to a 16 race season. It's going to be 50% races, one shot quali. I'm going to skip the practice, and the AI level will be variable depending on what track I'm at. I normally get it wrong anyway, so it's usually fun. So this will be 5 seasons long. You'll have 1 season of Toro Rosso, 2 seasons with Red Bull, a season with Renault, and a season with McLaren. And that will be the series. So here we are anyways. So showing you my gameplay settings. Full damage, safety car on. I do run regular corner cutting rules just because I'm on console, so I'm using a pad, and my pads are a bit worn out and everything, so I'm just using that just because I'm not quite in tune with the joysticks and making everything as good as possible, so sometimes the tires might bite more than I think it will and I'll end up corner cutting. So that's just to prevent any stupid corner cutting warnings and penalties. Anyways, here we are, Australia for practice 1, just as the game's loading up now. My Xbox likes to take its sweet time when it comes to loading this game. In fact, all games in the series, realistically. So yeah, now you know what to expect from this series. Not really. I mean, the races themselves aren't exactly what you will expect. Yeah, you'll expect that I'll do like seasons at each team and everything. So yeah, this is following in Daniel's footsteps. This is not going to be a direct comparison. It's just seeing if we can bring glory to Australia into the name Daniel Ricciardo.
No, hey,
So here we are.
I'll catch up with you. Sorry, I'm just on my way out. But your workstation's at the back over there. It should be all set up on the network, but let the guys know if it isn't. From there, you can access all the data you need to help us direct development of the car. Get yourself settled.
The game just randomly paused itself there twice. I have no clue why it did that at all. So just bear in mind, you might see weird little cuts where I've missed a frame or anything. That's just because my recording is ended because I'm recording on Xbox without a game capture card, so I'm limited to the 10-minute recordings. It shouldn't be too much of a problem. I'll try and edit my way around it. But yeah, so here we are, contract summary. Goals update, dry weekends, that's very good. 8 practice programs for 600 resource points. We've got Level 1 simultaneous development, that's very helpful, and we start off with 1250 resource points. That will be helpful. Yep, that is my real name. I'm not going to change it at all. I do not care, to be honest. 97 isn't necessarily a number that I've chosen. I haven't chosen a personal number yet. I'm just looking through. Not going to do any updates straight up off the bat. We're going to have a look at see how the car is. Now we're loading into practice. Here we are, Albert Park.
Welcome.
And just cut off the commentators there, we don't care. Now what I did notice during editing is that you may not be able to hear Jeff. I'm not entirely sure whether you can hear him or not. I don't think you can. So just bear that in mind. That was Jeff talking then before I did anything there. See, honestly, that's actually a pretty good thing because everybody finds Jeff quite annoying. So I feel that's a win. So yeah, here we are. Toro Rosso Practice 1 at Albert Park. No one has gone out yet. And now we're just going to load up my setup, which I have gotten off the internet. I get it from... So if you just search up F1 2019 setups, you'll find it. So yeah, just showing off the setup here. You can pause at any time you want to if you wish to copy the setup. Although I will link down in the description where I got all my setups from. So now we're just going out for our track climatization, getting used to the car, getting a feel for it. Just seeing where the weak points might be, given that it's 2019 and this is a Honda engine. We already know that the Honda power unit is going to be a bit of a weak side, so we'll need to work on that. And given this is a Red Bull sister car, the chassis and the aero aren't that bad at all. I've realized that I need to change my so yeah, here we are, we're out now. Running medium traction control, no braking assists, and manual with suggested gears, as you can see. Again, the other assist that I'm running is auto ERS because on a pad that's a bit too much for me to handle at the moment. Okay, so just going out now, just getting a feel for it. Slight little mistake there, but I'm just getting a feel for the track. I was a little bit narrow into that corner. Got Force India car out, or it's a racing point. It's 2019. It's not Sahara Force India now. Yeah. Albert Park. Honestly, Albert Park, realistically, as a track, it's a really good track, but there are two key challenging points, which is this fast left-right chicane here, and then you have, God, I gotta remember the corner now. Turn 5. Turn 5 is the other challenge. Because, yeah. Everybody knows what turn 5 can be like if you get it wrong. Anyways, coming around now to start the track acclimatization practice program now. So we'll see how that goes. DRS open, where standard revs. I normally run lean revs, but figured I should go a little bit quick for this one. Straight down, nice and slow into fourth. A little bit rusty. There, I haven't played this generation of the game for a while now. Nice and clean through 3. A little bit too much curb through 4, turn 5 now, the challenging corner, nice and smooth through there. That's how you want to run that corner. That is beautiful. Nice amount of curb through 6. Just nice and smooth, hopefully through 7 and 8. Coming up to 9, which is being reprofiled this year. Close to the wall there, that was lucky. Oh jeez, something caught in my throat. A little bit too much curve there. You would get a corner cutting warning for that if it was strict corner cut rules, but regular you can get away with way too much. Honestly, there needs to be like a sort of middle ground between regular and strict. That's where I'd sort of sit. slight snap of oversteer coming out of 14 there. On the power, nice and clean through 15, 16. DRS wide open. And down to the line. That wasn't bad. 1:27.6. And we're going to go for the second lap because I always complete these. Try to the best of my ability anyways. Coming down to turn 3 now. This is honestly quite boring. Yes it is, I know. I really shouldn't be saying it's boring. I mean, it is at the moment, it's just practice. But you have to do practice 1. So, yeah. Nice and easy through 5. That was probably the best that I've gone through there in a while. Just slowly getting used to the handling of the car again. I have been mostly playing F1 2020, so which there might be a series for later on. Later on down the line, I'm not revealing anything yet. That was a very nice run through 11 and 12 there, very beautiful DRS open coming down the back straight. I mean, can you honestly call it a back straight? There are way too many straights here that you could call a straight. I guess you could say it's definitive a back straight. A little bit wide there through 14. Dived a little bit too much into 15 there. Got the curb a little bit through 16, so that narrowed us up as the car got a little snappy on exit. And final lap of the program. Oh jeez, I still got that shit stuck in my throat. Oh god. Hang on. There we go. That's better. Back down into 3. Very nice through there. Nice little clipping of the inside curb there. And the same again through 4. A little bit wide, a little bit too wide. Try to correct it. I told you I was rusty. No, yes, I do have flashbacks on, but it's mostly just to be able to get a view if I do die. If I do die, just to show you what happened. But yeah, that was, oh god, that was a rookie mistake right there. I went way too wide going into turn 5 there and just got up on the grass, car snapped to the right, tried to correct it, but it didn't bite. And so that is the end. Not too bad though, P9s. We obviously got to raise the difficulty level. 127.0 was my fastest. Valtteri topping out with a 125.9. So that wasn't too bad. Now we're going to skip the rest of the practice sessions. Now we got 1400, and once again, dropping the reputation as I do. So now we can go straight over and immediately go for downforce, which is interesting because downforce isn't too bad for this car. Should be going for the power, but as it is, yep. So now we're gonna simulate practice 2 and 3, get those quick resources, and jump into one-shot quali. Okay, no, I did not raise the difficulty level. Okay, I thought I was gonna raise the difficulty level there, so that was a bit interesting. And taking its sweet time again. This old ass fucking Xbox One. God, do I hate the loading time that it takes. Anyways, we're back. Just skip through that stuff. Don't really need to worry about it too much. Here we go. You'll have to show some patience for the first part of the season, as we expect our initial pace to be towards the back of the grid. But don't worry, everyone's working hard and we have a great investment in the team. As long as you do your bit, we should be able to move towards the middle of the pack over the course of the year. So those are our season objectives for this season with Toro Rosso. Qualifying in the race, staying dry, immediately bounced and got that engine upgrade there. Just having a quick look at my engine components, trying to see if I can plan sort of strategically how to use them over the course of the season. I know that I'm going to have to take an engine penalty at some point in this season, so just a matter of finding out when. Now we load up. Qualifying.
We're just about ready to kick off today's qualifying here in Melbourne. It's the Australian Grand Prix. What kind of setup will drivers be looking for around here? It's got a fair mixture of demanding corners. Is it all about finding the sweet spot in handling balance?
It's easy to make your car quick in a straight line, you just take all the downforce off. But when it comes to a track like this, you really need a bit more of a compromise. The main focus here is carrying speed through the fast-flowing corners, but you still don't want to be a sitting duck on the straight.
Alright, here we are then. Loading up the setup now and just reducing the fuel. God damn it! God damn it! Fuel load. There we go. Oh my god, I never thought I'd have difficulty trying to say that in a sentence. Yep, here we go. Flying lap, one shot quali. Let's get this done. 319 k's into turn 1, down to 4th gear. Ooh, a little too narrow on the exit there, getting up on the curb. That was a big mistake. Down in P15 now. Onwards to turn 3 though. Drop down to 2nd briefly, just to get the rotation. Wide through 4. Do we get through turn 5 cleanly? Yes, we do. No oversteer at all. Through to 6 and 7, drop down to 3rd briefly just to get that rotation in. And try and keep the revs up. As you can see, I'm really pushing the revs in this car. A little too much curb, I would say, for that corner. Ooh, sort of started drifting off towards the wall there, corrected that pretty quick. Into this fast left-right chicane area here. A little bit too slow through left-hander. Down the back straight now in P12. Getting nice and close to the wall there. Very nice. Through that corner there. A little bit wide, but fixed it up on the exit. A little too narrow. Went too tight for that corner. That's gonna drop us down a little bit. We end up with P14 for the Australian Grand Prix. Given the car that we're running, the amount of mistakes that we made, that's pretty damn good. I probably should raise the difficulty level, which I believe I do after this. Pierre Gasly all the way down in 18th with a 124.8. So, I'm clearly got to raise it up a little bit, which I am going to do now, just raising it up only 1 because I tend to do a much better job. It's sort of like a 1-2 driver situation whenever I'm in a team. Unless, of course, it's like Max Verstappen or something. Then I'm like always behind, which is depressing. Once again, slow Xbox loading up the game. It is always a pain. Anyways, one shot quali, we are done. Now leading our rivalry against Pierre. And reputation goes up with only 3 teams. Okay.
Well done. That was a good qualifying performance.
Yeah, thanks Emma, shut up. So here we go. Just having a look around, see if there's anything else we need to do. Don't think there is. Here we go. It's race day.
New drivers, new cars, it's a new Formula One season. But it's the same Albert Park that we've come to know and love for more than 2 decades now that plays host to round 1 of a 21-race championship that takes us from here in Australia across the globe and the eventual season finale at the Yas Island circuit in Abu Dhabi. We go racing today then in the state of Victoria, where the drivers have 16 corners and 3.3 miles to navigate at an average lap speed of around 120 miles an hour. The close proximity of the barriers makes accidents inevitable, and recent history shows us that a safety car is not at all out of the question. We have plenty of changes to the sport this year, with tweaks to the regulations, a fresh-looking spread of tyre compounds, and of course some changes to the roster of car manufacturers. It's goodbye to Sauber and hello once again to the classic name of Alfa Romeo in Formula One. It's also goodbye to Force India. They've been rebranded as Racing Point. Joining me to take you through all the action of the 2019 Formula One season is Anthony Davidson. And it's great to have you with us.
Thanks, Crofty. Always happy to be here, and I'm looking forward to getting underway. Last year was Mercedes' 5th Constructors' title in a row, although for the first half of the season it was absolutely neck and neck with the Ferraris. Hopefully this year we can see the chasing pack take that final step, as I'd love to see a championship contest all the way up to the final race in Abu Dhabi. Another story to keep an eye on is the performance of Red Bull, who have switched to the Honda power unit this year. What that will mean for both their performance and reliability remains to be seen.
Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Good job yesterday from Valtteri Bottas. The Finn starts from...
We don't need to see the starting grid because we've already seen it from qualifying. Alright. Home Grand Prix, first race of the season. Having a look to see if I can stretch or shorten, maybe change the stints up a little bit. Nothing's apparently faster, so now we're just going to shorten up the fuel load so that we've got how far down do we go? 30.3 laps of fuel and formation time. I'll let you guys listen to the pure sounds of me warming up the tyres and everything, so I'll catch you when the grid's formed. here we are then. Looks like Hamilton has grid penalties. Wow, 5 red lights, and away we go for the Australian Grand Prix, starting in P13. Sainz trying to go down the middle between Norris and Stroll. We brake early to avoid braking the front wing. Got Giovinazzi beside us. Now we're looking to dive down the inside for Norris. Do we go for Sainz and Stroll? No, we stay back. Norris gets alongside us into turn 4, but we prevail around the outside. Through turn 5, little bit of a slide after getting up on that curb, unsettling the car, down into 6. Nice clean overtake on Stroll there, absolutely beautiful. Very nice start there, we're in P11 now. Targeting Sainz, see if we can make it move. Contact there, oh my god. We spun Sainz. No damage to report, thank god for that. Dropping the fuel mix now because the engine's overheating like crazy. We don't want to damage it at all. And obviously when it overheats, it's reduced performance. And away we go. Don't really need to defend right now from Stroll. We're just looking ahead towards Perez. Hopefully we can catch up to that little group ahead. So end of lap 1, we move from P13 to P10. That is pretty strong. Now we begin the hunt of Sergio Perez. Really pushing the revs hard in this car. I'll do it when I'm really pushing. If I'm not pushing, I'll try and lift off. Again, sliding a little bit after I get up on that curb. I've got to stop getting up on that curb because that's going to unsettle the car and send it sliding. Sergio got past Hulkenberg, so our new target is going to be Hulkenberg. We've caught up onto the back. I'm really strong into the braking areas just because I pushed the downshift pretty aggressively. As you might find with a real F1 driver, I push it aggressively. Of course it wears the ICE more, but it can be faster, so you'll take it. Through sector 3 now. Almost right on the back of Hulkenberg here. Stroll still closely behind. You know, a nice little battle group. A fair few of us. Looks like Valtteri's broken away from the Ferraris and the Red Bulls. Whatever else was up there. Just trying to break the toe on Stroll here a little bit. DRS is now enabled, so hopefully we can put that to good use. Not quite for that first DRS zone there, sadly, but we are still pushing. And once again, I do it. Lost the back end, and I died. Here is the replay showing you exactly what happened there. We were right behind Hulkenberg, so we got a little bit of dirty air there. We ride up on that inside curb. We put all 4 wheels on that outside curb. Get a snap of oversteer, overcorrect it. And as you can see, we're dead. So yeah, just got up on that curb there, right on the insides, unsettled the car. Car starts sliding a little bit. We get all 4 wheels up onto this outside curb here. Snap of oversteer to the right. We try and correct it. We do. We then overcorrect it and go into the wall on the left hand side. That is not what the team wants. That is not what you want to see from the first race of the season. Retirement on lap 3. That is not what you want. God. I'm so angry with myself right now. I did it each and every single lap. I got on that inside curve.
It's another historic win under their belts. Well done to the team at Mercedes.
Mercedes wins the Australian Grand Prix. I'm pretty sure it was Valtteri Bottas. Yep, there you go, Valtteri Bottas. Lewis Hamilton manages to go from 20th to 2nd, commits a Sochi Max Verstappen 2021. Anyways, Gasly moves up into P12, so that's not too bad. It shows we have race pace. No points. Yeah, and we were in the points. We were in the points on lap 3. We were sitting pretty in P10.
It's time to check out the constructors' standings. Mercedes moved to the top of the table. Well,
I screwed up.
Certainly an incredible weekend of racing. Be sure to join
I
myself
screwed
and
it up.
for more exciting Formula One action soon.
Sorry, guys. It's absolutely terrible.
Bad luck today. That must be
Oh,
incredibly
shut up.
disappointing.
God, this
It
woman
wasn't the
annoys me.
cleanest race today, was it?
That crash looked pretty serious. Can you walk me through what happened?
This woman, honestly, she annoys me.
Appreciate your time.
I don't appreciate your time. God. That was absolutely atrocious. I am so sorry, guys. Now losing the rivalry to Pierre. Only 38 resource points from that. And a massive rep decrease. Jesus.
Well, let's hope for a better race next time out, eh?
Looks like one of your rivals has also been invited to a historical event. This could be a good opportunity to play up your rivalry for the press and expand your reputation.
So sorry, guys. I will try and correct that mistake next time we go to Australia. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love the support. I'll see you next time. Bye.